But I would like you to now take your students, picture them, live in the room, and think about their brains as a computer document. It can be a Word document, it can be an Excel spreadsheet, it can be a Canva document, whatever you want. And picture yourselves in the last 60 minutes of that lesson, inputting brilliant vocabulary, grammar there, making it look fantastic. And then the bell rings, because that's what happens. The bell rings, and what happens? They just want to leave. They just walk out. And when that happens, it is as if you have pulled the plug off the computer without clicking the save button. And without clicking the save button, that information is lost. More or less the same happens with your students and all the information that you have been inputting there for the last 60 minutes if you don't hit that save button. Everything that you have been inputting there stays in the fragile working memory at the risk of being lost. So I like to think of exit tickets as the save button for learning. Why? Because they activate retrieval practice. And what is that? What is retrieval practice? When we recall a word, a rule, an activity, an experience in that lesson, we are telling the brain that that information is important. And not only important, is worth keeping. And chances are that that information is going to be stored in the long-term memory. And that is what we want at the end of the day. So exit tickets are, at the end of the day, the save button for learning. But what are they? What are these infamous exit tickets? They are very short activities at the end of the lesson. They have to be at the end of the lesson, between 2 and 5 minutes long, very, very short. And they are a type of formative assessment because they give us real information about the learning process that is happening inside our students' brain. And the purpose of these activities is basically to inform your lesson planning, to inform instructions, because it will help you identify any possible gaps in knowledge, encourage metacognitions as the girls were talking about before, tell students, okay, empowering them to see where their strengths and weaknesses lie. And it will also promote equity because exit tickets will give a voice to those students who are the shyest, the ones who don't speak, the ones who don't dare say, teacher, I'm struggling with this one. So promoting equity, we also promote connection through these very short activities at the end of our lessons, 5 minutes and no more than that. But we have one main purpose, but we might also have different directions for our exit tickets, and they depend pretty much on our objectives for that activity. I have chosen to identify 4 destinations or 4 different types of tickets. The first one is the comprehension check, the one that aligns with the linguistic objectives of your lessons. You're basically going to check if they understood the difference between for and since. As simple as that, or present continuous and past simple, something very, very similar. Vocabulary, grammar, you name it. Then we have the metacognitive mirror, which is that exit ticket that helps students reflect not only on their own learning process, but also on the activities and strategies that you devised during your lesson. What helped them? What didn't? What did they struggle with? What did they thrive at? So this is our metacognitive mirror. The third type of exit ticket is the affective check-in. And this is the one that helps us monitor, let's say, the mood of the lesson. How do our students feel during our lessons? Are they bored? Are they excited? Do they want to leave, as one of you said before? What do we do with that? We monitor language anxiety as well. Is there any language anxiety when they speak? Do they feel nervous? Do they feel safe to speak in our lessons? And the last type of exit ticket is our creative outlet, which is a hybrid type of ticket, but it lets students demonstrate their understanding of the lesson, what's happening, the language that you have been teaching them through a less traditional way. Let's say they are more creative in their response. They can be asked to draw a quick sketch or design a t-shirt slogan, or like even write a summary with emojis. It's as simple as that. So we have 4 different types of tickets according to what is it that we want to check or we want to monitor at the end of this particular lesson.